So here we have a question that's asking us about vehicles and number of people. So let's go ahead and get clear about what's our unknowns and what we're looking for. We know that we have a total of 41 people and they're getting together in 7 different vehicles, or they're traveling in 7 vehicles. Now, some vehicles hold 7 people, whereas the rest of the vehicles can hold 5 people each. So right there, based on the question that's coming up, we can see that they're asking for the number of vehicles that can hold 7 people. So the unknowns here are the number of vehicles that can hold 7 people versus the number of vehicles that can hold 5 people. So in one of these equations, what we're going to put here is we know there's a total of 7 vehicles. And so this equation is all about the number of vehicles. For some of these vehicles, they're able to hold 7 people. So for me, the variable I'm going to choose to make it very meaningful and easy to remember which variable was which is I'm going to use an S for 7 people. Now keep in mind that's the number of vehicles that can hold 7 people. And then there's a certain number of vehicles that can hold 5 people. So I'm going to use an F because 5 starts with F. So we have some vehicles that hold 7 people, some vehicles that hold 5 people, but the number of vehicles in total is 7. Now, let's go to the equation that has to do with the number of people in these vehicles. We know there's 41 people total, just like there were 7 vehicles total for this previous equation. And what we're going to do is, as is typical with a system of equations, is we're going to take these same exact variables, but instead we're going to put in front of them the number of, in this case, people that can fit in each of the vehicles. So we know that there can be 7 people in each of these vehicles, however many there are. So we multiply those together to figure out how many people there are in total in those vehicles. And we know that there can be 5 people per vehicle in each of these vehicles for a total of 41 people. So now we have our system of equations. Now the only thing here is when we're using Desmos, we're going to need to use X and Y. So let's go into Desmos, which is in the upper right corner, both on our software as well as the Real Digital SAT platform Bluebook. And we'll go ahead and start typing these in. I like to use my keypad, but you could use the one that's provided from Desmos. I'm just more comfortable with my own. Now you notice if you use S and F, it's just not going to work. You can only have one variable that's not X or Y, and that ends up representing a constant, which isn't our scenario here. So we're going to have to actually use X and Y. So no big deal there. And then we'll go to this one, just make sure we're using X and Y. And then we'll go to find the point of intersection, which, let's go here. It's at 3, 4, which we already knew it was going to be. And keep in mind that we used S to represent the number of vehicles that can hold 7 people, and that's what we were looking for. So in that case as well, we get the answer as C. Now, if you were to do it by hand, you could by using either substitution or elimination, but I would definitely say either of those two algebraic approaches is not as effective as using Desmos.